All right, let's quickly shift our focus to the cabinet meeting, which, of course, the cabinet has approved a credit guarantee scheme for exporters. Now, the cabinet has approved 20,000 crore additional credit support for eligible exporters, including MSMEs. Let's listen in to what the minister, Ashwini Vaishnav, had to say during the briefing.
The country has witnessed a heinous terror incident perpetrated by anti-national forces through a car explosion near the Red Fort on the evening of 10th November 2025. The explosion resulted in multiple fatalities and caused injuries to several others. The cabinet pays its solemn respects to the victims of this senseless act of violence and conveys its heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families. The cabinet prays for the speedy recovery of all those injured and appreciates the prompt efforts of the medical personnel and emergency responders who have been providing care and support to the victims. The cabinet unequivocally condemns this dastardly and cowardly act that has led to the loss of innocent lives. Promotion mission launch किया गया है 25,060 करोड़ रुपीस का, बहुत ही कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव मिशन है, इसके डिटेल में मैं जाऊंगा। दूसरा, क्रेडिट गारंटी स्कीम एक्सपोर्टर्स के लिए आज की जो परिस्थितियां हैं उन परिस्थितियों में क्रेडिटर्स हमारे एक्सपोर्टर्स को कैसे सपोर्ट करें उसके लिए क्रेडिट गारंटी स्कीम 20,000 करोड़ रुपीस की आज अप्रूव हुई है कैबिनेट में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में। एक्सपेंशन ऑफ क्रेडिट गारंटी स्कीम फॉर द एक्सपोर्टर्स। जिस तरह का आज ग्लोबल एनवायरनमेंट है, जियो इकोनॉमिक एनवायरनमेंट है, जिसमें कुछ देश अपनी पॉलिसीज के कारण बाकी देशों पे तकलीफ ला रहे हैं, तो उन सब तकलीफों से हमारे एक्सपोर्टर्स को कैसे हम प्रोटेक्शन दे सकें, वो इस स्कीम में 20,000 करोड़ रुपीस की इस स्कीम में ये है एडिशनल क्रेडिट सपोर्ट फॉर एक्सपोर्टर्स एंड स्पेशली दी MSMEs.
All right. In fact, joining us live is my colleague Prakash Priyadarshi with the important key takeaways from the cabinet meet outcome. Prakash, take us through the details of what really came out of that, cabinet meeting. Of course, Ashwini Vaishnav reiterated India's position that any act of terror will not be tolerated. But more importantly, the government has announced a relief package for exporters, even as there are geopolitical disruptions that are going on across the globe in terms of US tariffs.
Well, three important decisions have been taken. If you talk about CCA's decision to support, of course, exporters, MSME exporters amid geopolitical situations and ongoing tariff-related disruptions. The first one is with regard to, announcing export promotion mission, which was announced in the Union budget. You remember, the Union cabinet has approved approximately 25,000 crore to support exporters. To get easy credit, some other benefits will also be linked with this package. A very significant development coming in, and the minister has clearly stated that all the factors, including ongoing trade talks with the US, has been taken into consideration before announcing these relief measures. Along with that, another decision that the cabinet has taken with regard to extending credit support to the exporters, including MSME exporters, that especially that will be focused on providing them 100% guaranteed export. In fact, the government will take the onus of guarantee, and exporters will be given credit-free loan to support their business, and that is especially in line with the government vision to provide MSME sector hand-holding, especially in turbulence time. So this is something which is very crucial at this point of time amid tariff-related disruptions we are witnessing. In addition to that, the Union Cabinet has also approved certain amendments to the Mines and Minerals Act to rationalize royalty structure on critical minerals to ensure sufficient availability of critical minerals in the country. That is something which is very crucial at this point of time, where government is also, industry is also struggling to source sufficient critical minerals from the globe, and therefore government is trying to rationalize duty structure to ensure sufficient availability of critical minerals. So these are the important decisions which have been taken by the Union Cabinet, other than the CCS meeting, which was chaired by the Prime Minister as well, where a resolution has been passed by the Cabinet to condemn, bomb blast near Red Fort area that caused the deaths of several people. And therefore, the government, in its strongest manner, has condemned this terrorist attack and resolved its and clear its resolution that the perpetrators or culprit would be brought to the justice. Back to you.
Absolutely. In fact, you were talking about exporters, Prakash. There is also talk about credit cards for e-commerce exporters as well. So clearly, the government is now trying to do everything that it can to ensure that in a volatile global environment, exporters from India are taken care of.
Yeah, of course. If you look at the announcement that the minister has made after the cabinet meeting, this scheme is linked with several features, and if you look at this structure of this scheme, alternative trade instruments will be launched to promote export by providing easy financing. Credit cards for e-commerce exporters will be ensured. Collateral support for export credit. Along with that, some other decisions are also there in terms of providing support for inland transport and handling system, support for export branding for MSME exporters. Government will ensure providing liquidity at competitive rates. So these are the essential features which is linked with this export promotion mission to support exporters in especially during tariff-related disruptions. This is something which is very crucial at this point of time.
Absolutely, Prakash, and thank you very much for putting those measures into perspective. Definitely some relief coming in for exporters which have been facing the impact of these elevated US tariffs. But stick around, because the finance minister's pre-budget meeting with MSME sector representatives was also held in the capital today. The MSME sector has urged the government to promote manufacturing and amidst tariff-related disruptions. What are we gathering on that front, Prakash? Prakash, can you hear me? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to establish that connection with my colleague Prakash, and perhaps we'll try and get him back on the 9 p.m. show to get you more details about this particular meeting that the finance minister had, the pre-budget meeting with MSME sector representatives that was, remember, held in the capital today. The MSME industry urged the government to promote manufacturing amidst these tariff-related disruptions and uncertainties. We'll get you more details on that on a 9 p.m. show, and my colleague Ashish will be helming that. But for the moment, from me and my colleague Ashish, goodbye, and thank you very much for tuning in to India Tonight.